Hello guys and welcome to another Daily Fix with me, Sean Paul Johnston here at SmallFries Unify. Now today is the start of the Windows Mixed Reality platform. The first headsets are now landing in the hands of excited buyers, I assume. I've been actually kind of following it a little bit. As you guys know, I've been checking out VR. Yesterday I was talking about some of the new technology that might be coming in future headsets. Things like the audio, the spatial awareness audio, things like fast switching LEDs, things like the blue lenses, all that kind of stuff and everything. So yeah, I've been excited about this, kind of following it, and I've been excited to see what people think of the Windows Mixed Reality headsets. The fact that there's a bunch of them coming out under this kind of brand or platform that Microsoft's introducing. And one of the things I said when they were talking about it previously was I was a little bit worried that it was going to be a closed system. And now with Steam VR, Oculus, PlayStation VR and other manufacturers out there or other headset experiences, I was kind of worried that it was going to fragment a little bit. But it looks like today there's some sort of kind of exciting news where Steam VR, for instance, their preview platform they've got for checking out Steam experiences on the Vive, you can also do that through Revive on the Oculus Rift. So it's kind of opened up, and it looks like there's a developer who's working on a game. He's been able to get that working through one of the Windows Mixed Reality headsets. So it looks like it kind of is a little bit more open, or even if it's through sort of kind of weird ways of doing it, it means you can still access the actual content itself. So that's kind of exciting. Now, the one that I want to talk about, like I said, was the first one that's kind of been released today, and it's landing in people's hands. It's the Dell Visor. Now, I'll just give you a couple of little bits of info about the Dell Visor. Let me just get his details up 1 second. Kimberly Martin from the Facebook group Windows Microsoft Mixed Reality News and Reviews. Go and check that out. I'll put a link in the description as well. She's actually got one of the headsets and she's kind of been showing her first experiences of it. The biggest problem I found with it was, from her video, her experience was that the movement looks cumbersome. Now it's that kind of point and click type of movement or locomotion that you kind of see in some PlayStation VR games. It's no way you can just walk around. So that kind of puts me off a little bit. I don't know why they've not just got you walking around the environment. Maybe there's some sort of kind of tracking issues with the controllers, and maybe because they can control it within those confined areas. Maybe that's why they've done it, I don't know, but it's something that has always bugged me. I know why they do it. I know why they do the foveated viewing where they do the reduced visual where you move and it focuses in like binocular visors to stop motion sickness. And it's something they've tested with VR where that helps being able to see where you're going, but it also reduces that motion sickness, like I said. However, I don't like it. I'd rather just move you around properly. And you can still do the foveated viewing where it blurs the edges of the screen, which it sounds like from what Kimberly was saying in her descriptions and their hands-on experience, it does do a little bit of that anyway. It looks like it's a little bit blurred on the peripheral vision. That's cool. I'm cool with that because you're not really looking there anyway. And I presume when you look elsewhere, obviously it clears up. If you look at something like on the PlayStation VR, Robinson's Journey, I think it was. If you look at Robinson's Journey, that had some of that, where if you looked at the edges, if you were just staring straight ahead, but you could see at the edge it was blurred, but as you moved, it sharpens up. That's obviously a rendering technique to save on processing power, and it works quite well. So I'm cool with that. Now the Dell Visor, it also got a flip-up screen. So unlike the PlayStation VR or the Vive or the Oculus Rift, where you've just got the headset on, you've got to take the headset off if you want to do anything. And with the PlayStation VR, you can pull the headset forward, but it's still a bit cumbersome because you can only see a little bit down in front of you. Well, now with the mixed reality headsets, a lot of them now are employing this where you can wear the headset, but you can lift it up when you're not using it. And I presume that's to help with the mixed reality part of it as well. I think just kind of as you're doing stuff working on a PC, it makes sense that you can just lift it up, do some stuff, put it back down again, you're back into the experience, enjoying it. So that's one of the big positives about that headset. I think some of the other ones, the mixed reality ones, have also got that. This has a 1440 by 1440 per eye LCD display, so it's not an OLED one. As we know, the first, I think it's the Samsung one that's coming out for the Windows Mixed Reality. That's one I talked about before for $499. That's going to have the AMOLED screen, AMOLED screen. Anyway, this one's just got an LCD display. Now, I don't know if this is using that new technology that I was talking about, the fast LCD or fast LED switching, fast switching. I presume not, because it's just something that I kind of stumbled across and been reading up on it. I think that's probably another year off maybe. So it's probably just a normal LCD display. But, you know, from the videos, from Kimberly's video of her showing the experience of the dashboard type thing, it looks kind of clear, looks not too bad, but obviously that's a recording, so I can't tell. Kimberly, if you're joining in and you're checking it this out, let me know how good it is, how clear it is, if possible. But it looks fine for me. The other benefit this one's got is a 110-degree field of view. So again, you look at like the Vive and all that kind of stuff, they've got like 100 degrees field of view or 105. This one's got a slightly little bit more, so you're getting a little bit more peripheral vision, which is quite cool. Nowhere near the Pixma 8K, but still an improvement, and the more we get at that, the better. Now, the good points that I want to talk about, some of the stuff from watching Kimberly's video, what I really liked was when you're in the room, one of the things, well, there was positives and negatives to this. One of the things was, let me just get this up 1 second. I'm say put this video on in the background so you can have that in the background for the fun of it. There we go. 1 second. Don't know why my video has stopped playing, but anyway. Weird. Anyway, I had a video playing there, guys. I'll put this up. That's probably a bit better. There we go. Put that there so it looks a little bit nicer. There. So yeah, the good points was that in the rooms, it's got the what looks like a projection of web pages or your video, like image or wall, and you can resize those to whatever size you want. Well, at least it showed that on the movie side one. What Kimberly had, she went into the room, it looks like a cinema room. You can press a button and you can remove all the walls and you can see like the landscape around you, which is really, really cool, kind of sci-fi-ish. And if you looked out, it looked kind of Dali-esque, Salvador Dali sort of type pictures, landscapes, but say like landscapes floating in the sky and stuff. Looked quite cool. But the really cool thing was the screen. She could actually maximize or minimize the screen to whatever size she wanted. And it was like you were sitting in this open air cinema and you could just watch your movie. So obviously we know like the Rift and Vive, they've got their cinema experiences. The PlayStation doesn't really quite have something like that just yet. But that's one of the things I quite like, is you can sit there and feel like you're in this really cool home cinema and you can just customize it. You can take away the walls. That was one of the sort of standout things that I liked. Now the browser I'm not too sure about, you know, as good as it looked. I think it was using Microsoft's Edge browser, which I've never really particularly liked. I don't know if it's just because I've not spent enough time with it, but I think when you use Chrome or Firefox, they're just much better experiences from my perspective anyway. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. But as Kimberly was using that on the wall, it looked all right, and she was like checking out Facebook. She'd done a test post and everything on Facebook. That was all fine, it all worked. The keyboard popped up and was floating in front of you. You could type away, you could do voice commands and try to type the voice thing. Didn't work perfectly, but it's usable. I just think when you're in VR, I think we need to still work out that solution that works best. I think using controllers and trying to type is a really cumbersome way of trying to navigate things or put content down for a browser. I think if you're just touching big panels in a game or a user interface, that's fine, but when you're trying to type, it seems really stupid. So I think we need to get something better for that, whether you get a keyboard that you can do, or you've got something in your fingers, or the voice commands like Cortana maybe gets better. But right now it just doesn't really work. So that was a kind of a little bit of a downer, I'd say, in regards to that. Again, I don't know if you can move those windows or if you can change them. They look like there was one at the side for the shop, so maybe you can put them all over. But when you're walking through the house, the dashboard house or the Windows house, whatever it's called, Windows Home, when you walk through it, it looks quite barren. It kind of reminds me of, there was a video I saw or a picture I saw, and it was talking about Bill Gates' home, and he's done all this fancy stuff with the floors light up and everything, his big mansion he's got. And I thought, I wonder if that's what his house is like. It's really empty and minimalistic, but it's got all this stuff behind the scenes, big massive walls with projectors on them and stuff. I don't know, but it just seemed a bit barren to me, and the fact that that locomotion thing wasn't really quite intuitive, I thought, it feels a little bit plain. I'm hoping Microsoft allows you to customize these things to tailor what you want in that environment. Now, I'm just going to go over some of the experiences that they've got with the actual Windows Mixed Reality. One of the things they were doing was they've got a bunch of games and experiences and social things you can use with it already. So there's a bunch of games like Arizona Sunshine, Super Hot VR, you've got Ghostbusters. The free one though is Halo Recruit. I'm really interested to see what that's like as an experience. So anyone that's got a chance to try this out, let me know what it's like. But yeah, there's a bunch of other games there that are kind of priced anywhere from like a couple of pounds up to £40 for a full price game like Arizona Sunshine. Now there is social experiences as well. There's one called V-Time. It looks like you're sitting there on a beach and you're talking, so think of something like the Werewolves Within, but without that sort of kind of game part. I presume you just sit there and chill and have a chat. Quite cool, you're on a beach and stuff, looks nice. And then there's video experiences, so you've got a bunch of video experiences. You've got Little Star VR, again you can get that PlayStation VR and other platforms. You've got just a bunch of other ones like that, Inception VR. So yeah, it looks like there's minimal content, but there's some stuff there that's free, a bunch of free stuff for video content, a couple of free game experiences, and then there's the chat thing, like I said, which is free as well, the social platform thing. So looking good, looks like it's kind of an early start, and obviously the fact that there's multiple manufacturers making different versions of headsets. We've got another one just announced as well, I forgot who it was by, but we've got another headsets coming into the play. We're going to get more experiences coming in here. The fact that you can now potentially use Revive or the Steam platform anyway, or something along those lines with this, assuming they don't block it some way, that's really cool. And I think just the support behind it is exciting and encouraging when it comes to the VR stuff. Not seeing anything for mixed reality though. This all looks like kind of more VR experiences. I don't know if that hologram, the free one you get with it, is something more like a mixed reality. But right now, it always seems to be VR content. We still need to see more of the mixed reality stuff. Now, I was talking to some of you guys in the comments, Jev, I was talking to Andy, I think it was. But anyway, talking to a couple of yous about stuff. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was, just quickly touch upon it because we're getting into the video now, is the HoloLens. That's obviously Microsoft's like normal augmented reality headset. And I said to you yesterday, I got to try this last year. Jeff said I should probably talk to you a little bit more about this. Maybe we'll go into more depth in it. I think the platform's kind of old now, and we're probably going to see something better from Microsoft down the lines, especially with Leap still working and stuff, and we're still waiting to see their platform, full-on experience hardware stuff. But, you know, with the HoloLens, what you see in the videos of the experiences that people have seen, where you've got this full screen, you've got people floating in front of you or objects floating in front of you, and they're walking around it and they're looking really happy, or they're sitting in their home and they've got things floating up and they're doing it. It's nothing like that. That's just total bullshit. It's nothing like that at all. Basically, when you're using the experience, you wear the headset, but there's only like tiny little, they're like in actual physical form, they're maybe an inch by half an inch in size, rectangles. That's your actual view you see. So what you're looking at, you actually get a small little window, and it's like, I'm talking about a small window like as in, it's like about that size. And as you look through it, depending on where you are in relation to the object in the HoloLens, you only see parts of it. So unless you're far enough back to see that full hologram essentially, you will only see part of the hologram. So like I said yesterday, I walked up to it was the anatomy one, and when you walked close to the body, you lost the head, you lost the arms and the legs, you only saw that section of the body you were looking at. Still a cool experience, however, it's nothing like what they're showing in the videos right now, and I suppose they've got to kind of try and sell it to you, but for the price of the HoloLens, what it's really giving you, I was kind of really disappointed with it. I was excited about seeing it, but I was disappointed when I actually got my hands on it. So I'm expecting something more from that down the line. Now, the mixed reality for these headsets, I'm going to assume it's more something like what the Vive does, but just better. So when you've got the headset on, you're in full VR, but if you want, you can select it, you can see the camera in front of you, so you can see that outside view through the cameras. And then because you're seeing the outside view and you've still got the headset on, they can then superimpose things on top of it. I don't think it's going to be like augmented reality like your mobile phone, where you hold it up and it's got like a Pokemon like floating in the corner. I don't think it'll be like that, because that's a separate untethered device that's not really linked to your head. This will be, you're in VR essentially, you're seeing a camera image, and because it's mapped out the area, I presume it maps out the area, you can then see things and place things in relation to the objects and your environment. So again, we're still going to see more information on that. Still got to get some hands-on experience of that to see how good it really is. But yeah, that's it guys for this one. I just wanted to talk about the Dell the Dell Visor. If any of you guys have got it, I know Kimberly's obviously got it. I'm going to try and get a bit of chat with Kimberly to find out her experiences of it, what she's enjoying about it, what she's not enjoying about it. But any of you that have got it or got access to any of these mixed reality headsets, let me know what you think about them, what's good, what's bad, what you're excited about. Are you still excited about the potential for these Windows mixed reality headsets? Or are you worried about the fact that they're maybe going to be proprietary with their own custom like setups or environments, and it's going to kind of cause problems, especially when the price of them. But that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I will catch you tomorrow. I don't know if we're doing a live stream with Lindsay or not, if we're going to do some gaming, because it's a bit of a problem with Lindsay because of her class that she's got on. But we'll see, we'll maybe get something done. If not, I might jump on and play some games. Anyway guys, that's it for this one. Take care. Remember, we're just a bunch of small fries trying to create big things. And thank you for watching.